Hello everyone, it's me again, Marco. Today I'm showing you some tips about how to use the GoPro. These things work for me, and maybe you never used the GoPro, maybe you want to get a little better, so I've been using them for a while. Very versatile, very useful when you're hanging out with friends, going on a trip. This is really going to help you. This is my favorite one. A DSLR, you can shoot video and really nice photos, but it's too bulky. It's not waterproof and you can just run into a lot of trouble. Now with the GoPro, you can have it like this, with just the shell, like I showed you in my other video, where you can get the best sound quality. You can have the waterproof case. Sorry, it's a mess. I'm just doing these real quick for some friends who requested them. If you have more questions, please let me know. If you're gonna be underwater or where there is sand, if you just want to protect the GoPro, you want to use the waterproof case. And if you want to protect it but still have some sound, you can change the back plate to the one that has the little holes in the back where you can get some sound. It still will sound a little muffled, so that's why I stopped using this unless I'm gonna be underwater or snow or whatever. You do want to protect it because the camera itself is not water resistant or waterproof, so this is the way to go. Now mostly after a conference or when hanging out, I just have it on me at all times with this. Like I said in my other video, you can use this as a tripod. You can use it on any pole or branch. You can just hold on to it and you can move the camera around however you want it. Like I said, I'm not crazy about selfie sticks, but this will keep you from just holding the camera too close to you. This will help you have some distance between you and the camera and get the perfect shot. Now, how do you get a good shot? Well, a lot of people get this shot, hold the camera like this, pointing up, and all you get is their chin or double chin or triple chin, whichever may be the case. Your viewers don't really want to see that. What they want to see is where you are, what you're doing. It's all about telling the story, right? So you want people to see what's going on. So for a rule of thumb is once you get your selfie stick or grip or whatever you get your hands on, these are like $5 to $10 on the internet, so I recommend these. These are a mini gorilla pod. So you grab it, you point it at you, kind of tilt it up a little bit, and you want to keep it away from you, as a rule of thumb, to your shoulder level, like this, so that your friends are behind you, you're talking to the camera, you know, people can see what's going on. If you have it pointing down, like if you have it like this, it's gonna shoot up and all you're gonna see is the sky, and there's not a lot going on up there. So what you want to do is put it like this, or maybe even like this. That's a cool angle too. It's like it's the angle people use to take the typical group selfies. But if you're at a beach, if you are somewhere exotic, somewhere nice, you want people to see the background. If you're talking to the camera, it gives more to your video. It looks a lot nicer. Now when you're holding it, please make sure, if you don't have a steady hand, use both hands, like as if you're holding a gun, or I don't know, that's the only example that I have, a gun or a camera. So don't do this, don't let it wobble. Keep your wrist firm, preferably your elbow to your chest, so that when you're pivoting around, it's a clear shot. Many times I see videos to where it's just shaky and you can't tell what's going on, and some people, it gives them a headache. And if you edit videos, it's a pain to be cutting out all those parts and just get the interesting stuff. If you're walking around, don't point it at yourself unless you're talking to it, of course. But if you're walking around, if you're in a nice place, I know some people may get embarrassed, but don't worry about it until someone says, hey, you can't record here. Then you say, oh, okay, click, and that's it. But most of the time you can just walk around and hold it about your face's height, unless you have a baseball cap you can get this attachment and put it on your hat, and then have it recording as a first person video. That's pretty cool too, but it kind of can get a little bulky, you know. Or if you have a shirt or a jacket, you can use this clip to mount it on there too, but it might move a little too much, so I'm just used to having it like this, you know, always pointing to what I'm seeing, you know. And do not point it up, because this is a wide angle lens. It's gonna get most of what you're seeing, but you want to keep it a little higher than your shoulder, and then point it down. That way you can see what's going on, you can see the background, you can see whatever you're pointing at, instead of tilting it up. Then all you're gonna be able to see is the sky. So just make sure you raise it up about this high, and then point the camera down. And in editing, you can always adjust it, but preferably you get the most like this. If you're gonna be doing a lot of walking, if you're gonna be carrying something or some action going on, you can use the chest mount. But the mistake that a lot of people make with the chest mount is they put it all the way back. So then again, we have the same problem. The camera is pointing up, or it's recording your chin. Nobody really wants to see that. What you want to do is keep some distance from the attachment to the camera with the provided adjustment arms, or whatever you call them. So you want to tilt them up, tighten them, and then point it a little bit down, because most of the time when you're walking, if you keep your chest back, you're going to be seeing the sky. But if you're tilting down, and if you have the camera adjusted just right, you're going to be able to see everything. Or you can see your arms and your feet, which is a pretty cool video too, you know, when you're walking, if you're going places and stuff, if you don't want to hold it. But again, this is the preferred method. Just hold it like this, and don't hold it up, don't hold it down, just hold it a little bit away from you and pointing at people. Don't shake it too much. Just remember, you have the camera on you, and try to capture as much as you can. What I do is pretty much have an idea of what I want to record, so that I don't have to do a lot of editing, because that can take hours. So you don't want useless footage. You don't. You want to talk to people and get them to say something, or if there's something cool going on, pull it out, start shooting. Or if you're gonna have a group of people walking through somewhere, what I do is I run ahead, I set it up real quick, let it run, go back to the group if I want to be in the shot. If not, I just stay still and record everyone going by. That's a pretty cool shot. But anyway, I'm running out of time. I gotta go. If you have any more questions, leave a comment, or you can go on my Instagram or send me a direct message. I don't know, whatever. My name is Marco, and I approve this message.